I'm Dan Wire, Executive Director of the Tri-State Watershed Alliance, and we're here today at the Fort Wayne Farm Show with Fred Cline, the organizer of the farm show. And Fred, I got a couple questions I'd like you to answer, if that would be all right.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, first of all, how long have you been in charge of the farm show, and what have you changed, or what have you seen changed in the years that you've been involved with the farm
This
show?
is the 26th annual Fort Wayne Farm Show. I've been with the show for 21 years as the show director. And I'll tell you what, the things that have really changed over the years, in my view, has been the technology. In 21 years, the technology has changed so much. I mean, we're talking GPS systems, we're talking droids, things that I've never even heard of 24, 26 years ago, and it's an everyday factor out in the farm fields.
Now, Fred, that may lead right into my next question, because I was going to ask you, what have you seen grow at the farm show that maybe was a small part of the farm show, or maybe even non-existent, which is very important today? So let me adjust that question a little bit. It might be technology. What portion of this farm show do you see dedicated to that sort of technology?
As a generalization, it's from the computer side of it. The data that is collected, part of that is through the GPS system, or you can go out in the field and you can get the data that this area has less moisture, this area needs more fertilizer. They can feed that back to the system. They can see which seed is going to work best for them as they're planting, and then they can also check out, okay, there's compaction here, what type of tracking system, what type of tire system is going to work best for them, and they can feed that all through their computer. And the data that's available nowadays for that, like I say, did not exist. So you got your farmer who, Joe Farmer has changed over the years. It's not like my grandpa was. There was times when it was the families and the younger generation was helping with the data and the computers and such, while Grandpa, Dad was out running the tractor. Now that farmer is doing all of that. He's got the office, he's got the field work, he's doing it all.
That is amazing. And so let me ask this last question. When people come to the farm show, as I heard it explained, they want to come out and kick tires, they want to look at the iron. But
Sure.
It sounds to me like there's more services offered here that complement that hard purchase.
There is a lot more services that complement that, and we're very fortunate here at the Fort Wayne Farm Show that working with us is the Soil and Water Conservation District of Allen County, along with Purdue University. For the past many years they've been with us, actually since the beginning, and the seminars that they produce are phenomenal. I'm from Minnesota, our company's based in Minnesota. We could never do that regionally, and we are so fortunate to have had that relationship with them. They really add credibility to this show. Plus, there's a lot of different programs that will give those points and credits that the farmers do need over the years for different things that are going on, whether we're talking the chemical handling. They're able to get that right here at this show, so they can come in here and take a look at the large equipment and what's going to work best for me. This technology is going to support it. This seed here is going to work with it, and really work on their bottom yield. Grandpa had a farm, my uncle had a farm. I was not born and raised on the farm. I'm impressed with the amount of gambles and worries that there are out there as a farmer. I don't know if I have the guts for it, and they live it every day. It impresses me so much.
So the farm show is not only services and hardware, but it's an education piece as well.
Very much an education piece. And well, people that live in town, they can come out here and they're going to be awed by the equipment. But when they take a look at what's really going on here and what the industry of agriculture involved, I think they're going to be impressed. You know, bacon does not come from the refrigerated section in the back of your grocery store. It happens right out there in the farm field, and it's something that we should all know.
Right. Well, Fort Wayne is fortunate to have such a big farm show that comes here. Would you like to address a little bit of the economic impact that the show itself brings to Fort Wayne?
I'll tell you what, our exhibitors that do our shows, we've got 950 booths. Out of those, you'll have multiple people working a lot of the booths. So we've got the hotels, we've got the restaurants, the gas purchases, the purchases at the department stores that are here in town. We stay here a week. I've got my favorite restaurants in Fort Wayne. Our draw comes from Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Kentucky. We've got a group consistently that's coming in from Pennsylvania. They're here. A lot of them are here for multiple days when they tour this show, and so the impact is pretty impressive on the Fort Wayne area.
Thank you. Is there anything that I've missed that you think that our viewers should hear about?
No, you were talking to me earlier about the technology, and I got to tell you, one of the things that has impressed me the most over the years is that there's some farmer out there that's trying to make his production a little smoother, his job a little easier. And over the winter months, he's out there in some shed and he's working on an attachment for a planter or something for the equipment. And they'll contact us and they'll come down here and basically introduce it at the show. There's been quite a few times where we've seen major companies take a look at that and pick that up. We've got one exhibitor right here, for example, that started out with his wife and his 3 children in a small booth selling an attachment. And right now they've got one of the largest displays down here, and they're worldwide. And that impresses me so much that there's a farmer out there in the shed with his bare hands creating something that is going to be world known, and it's going to help the production and the yields of our crops.
Boy, that's an exciting story.
It really is. It really is.
Yes. So we're here with Fred Cline at the Fort Wayne Farm Show. It is just wrapping up, but it will be back again in 2016. If you have information or if you have content that you would like to be shared at the education sessions, certainly contact the Allen County, Indiana Soil and Water Conservation District. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.